your headliner tonight. She performs on cruise ships, not the ones that leave out of Colorado. And she can touch her tongue to her nose.
No way, we want to see it. What?
Yeah, we're gonna have to see that. Please welcome your headliner, Stephanie McHugh.
Thank you. Tip your waist up. That's the show, you guys. No. Hey, let's take a picture of everyone. Can I do that with all of you guys? Coming here. I gotta get out of that light. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. I'm free. I don't know why I said that. I know why I said it. Because, ladies and gentlemen, this is the first year since 1999 I do not have any children who needed to buy school supplies. Woo! That's right. It's weird. It's weird being an empty nester. It's like having a rock in your shoe for 21 years. You're just walking around. Come on. Just 2 seconds. Stop it. And now I miss the rock. So I did what any sensible woman would do. I quit my corporate day job and I started driving for Uber at first. So yeah, drink up. I'm driving you home tonight. I did that because it bridged the gap between working full-time in corporate America and doing comedy. Even though I had been doing comedy a long time, I'm doing it full-time and it's great. And the kids are out of the house. They're doing wonderful. Yes, so you guys, it's good. Thank you. It's nice. There's a little bit of irony of life because now that my kids are gone, my dad needs help. My dad has Parkinson's and dementia. And I feel blessed that I live close, that I can help out. And so I take him to his activities sometimes. And there is a Parkinson's boxing class, you guys. There's a class specifically boxing for Parkinson's. It helps with hand-eye coordination, and he can bring a buddy so I can take the class with him. And at the end of the class, someone came up to my dad and said, "Jim, thanks for bringing the eye candy to the class today." You guys, I'm the new young hot chick at the Parkinson's boxing class. Yes, thank you. And because they have dementia, I'm the new young hot chick every time. I'm getting a lot of phone numbers. It's the same one over and over, but still. It's good, we're having a good time. Makes me feel pretty. It's nice. It's nice to have that time with my dad. So, I'm doing that. I did drive for Uber a little bit until the cruise ships, really started taking off. And I'm a night owl, so I drove late at night. I gave over 1,000 late night rides. I know, people say, did you feel safe? And yes, actually I did. And in fact, I speak drunk very fluently. There is no language barrier there. No. Yes, I can take you home to 6th and Main, of course. Please give me 5 stars. But people are really nice, way nicer than they are on social media when they get in their car. They're very nice. People would say, "Steph, you do not look like you have 2 kids that are adults. What's your secret?" I'm gonna share it with you guys. I ate a lot of vegetables. I get enough sleep, sometimes 2 or 3 naps a day, because, that's the kind of overachiever I am. And I drive drunk people late at night. That's the #1 secret to looking amazing. Because this, at 2:30 a.m., in a white Honda Civic, I look about 34 years old. I look amazing. Thank you. One guy said, I'm only 3 years younger than you, so it wouldn't be weird if we made out. I'm like, you know what? That's not why it would be weird. First of all, you're wearing a helmet. Why? Let's talk about that. I gave Brittany a ride. Brittany was, she was an attractive woman in her 20s. It was 2:45 a.m. I picked her up downtown Denver. She got in the car. She's like, oh my gosh, the person I came with is so drunk and I can't find the keys to my car. So we're going to my car. Let's hope they're there. I'm like, of course. We got to the car and I said, how about I wait, just to make sure everything's okay before I drive off. She goes, okay, thanks. So she got to her car. So I saw the door open. She came back. I go, did you find him? She goes, yes. Thank you so much. Can I please ask one more favor? And I'm like, of course. And she goes, could you please breathe in the breathalyzer for me? Oh, Brittany, no. No, honey, I'm not gonna blow anything if there's nothing in it for me. How about that? How about that? A couple words of wisdom from your elders, right there. Please give me 5 stars. Please, I just like the 5 stars. So it helped bridge the gap, and now I'm performing on the cruise ships. It's wonderful. I leave Friday to go to Port Canaveral in the Bahamas. They fly me to New York City, Florida, Seattle. Yes, thank you. And regardless of where I get on the boat, it is always New Jersey on a boat. It's very different than Colorado, I will tell you that right now. Is there anyone here from New Jersey, hopefully? No? No? Okay, good. I mean, they're nice people. They're very loud, though, very hairy. But very hairy. They're good people. I did a cruise to Alaska, and everyone goes, oh my gosh, Alaska, you're gonna love it. It's beautiful. I'm like, really? Because we're Colorado. I mean, I think we know what pretty is, right? I mean, I think we're hot. And it's not just because we're next to Kansas either. I think Colorado is a legit, beautiful state. We're handsome. But Alaska, crap, it is like the Brad Pitt of the states. It is stunning. I feel like Alaska goes, we have mountains. Colorado goes, we have mountains. We have bald eagles. We have bald eagles. We have whales. Shut up, Brad. Nobody wants to hear about your whales. We have prairie dogs. They have rabies. Do your whales have rabies? I don't think so. So that's how that goes. Get one of these bottles of water and open it for a second. Is anybody celebrating anything while I try to do this? Watch me hit my nose with the mic. Do we have any birthdays, anniversaries? Oh, that. Thank you. Is it your birthday? Thank you. Thank you. What's your name? Let's give Carla a big round of applause. Thank you, Carla. Yeah, so what was I talking about? The kids? I completely lost my train of thought. Alaska. That's right. Yeah. I think I was done with it, though. Prairie dogs? Yeah. Birthdays. That's right. Thanks. So nobody's celebrating anything. Anybody got a new babysitter at home? Trying out for the first time? All right. Good talk, everyone. You guys got it together. My kids, I'm so proud of them. One of them went to Oregon State University. Yes. I feel like I'm following, she's a beaver. I'm like, of all the places, honey, I gotta tell all the comedians that my daughter is a beaver, but I'm super proud. I feel like I'm following my dream, which FYI, dreams do not come with health insurance, but they're fine. And she's following her dream, because she came up to me and she said, Mom, I wanna do statistical math for insurance companies. I know. I'm like, what? Are you cussing? What did you just say? because I'm really into calculus. I'm like, listen, if that's like sexting, I raised you better than that. Knock it off. And the younger one, when she was in high school, she was gonna nanny for my brother over the summer, and he said, hey, is there anything you want me to block from her on the internet? And I said, well, at home, if there's anything I want to block, I'm gonna need her help. So no. So I'm going down the social media highway with my left blinker on. It's not pretty. It's not pretty at all. Let's give it up for everyone you saw tonight so far, too. So far, I'm the last one, yeah. Andrea being so vulnerable up here, talking about her split. I have been divorced, too, and that really touched my heart. I hope everything's, the Thai food is going great. Woo! I've been divorced a while, and thankfully I get along with my ex really well. We parent really well together. We got divorced when the kids were young, and we sat them down. And we said, girls, a family's like a puzzle, and mommy and daddy's puzzle pieces don't fit together anymore. But they will always fit with yours. Yeah, it was a good way to tell them. Thank you. Oh, thank you. And we said, we'll tell your teachers, and you can tell your friends whenever you feel comfortable sharing. So my baby girl, she felt comfortable when the elementary school was being let out, and the parking lot was full of parents, teachers, kids, buses, and she saw her best friend 2 buses down, so she goes,
Hey, Maddie! My parents are getting a divorce! Their puzzle pieces don't fit together anymore!
So I said,
Hey, Maddie! It's not because Mommy isn't a nice piece of puzzle. Because Mommy works really hard on her puzzle piece. Just because Daddy can't appreciate a nice piece of...
hey, hi, Mr. Principal, how are you? I know. But I don't want to use my inside voice, because how's the PTA gonna hear me? Okay, fine. Yep, thank you. Everybody knows. Everybody knows now. It was fine. It was fine, we got through it. I keep choking. And it wasn't, what do I want to say? We didn't yell at each other and stuff. In fact, we were both passive-aggressive, really. Let me hear it. Passive-aggressive people out there? They're the people in the back being really quiet going, forget it, you figure it out. 'Cause we're not gonna say anything. He would have to figure out how angry I was by how sweet the name I would use to call him. It's appropriate, but that's all I knew at the time. I would say, honey, could you please take the garbage out? Okay, thanks. Sweetie pie, don't forget to take the... All right, babe.
Butterscotch cupcake! I'm just wondering if to move the big pile of dark rich compost where the garbage can used to be.
I'm not mad, Sugar Nuts. I'm not. I'm just asking. Sugar Nuts. Thank you for coming to the show, sir. I just sort of feel like we all need to go. Thank you so much for coming. We really do appreciate you. Yes. Are you single? Because this is good odds right here. No. Yeah, Sugar Nuts. He got remarried at Red Rocks. Did you know? I had no clue until then that you could have a really nice wedding ceremony there. She wore like a cream-colored pantsuit. I think I couldn't see through the bushes totally, but it looked really pretty. Now I'm like, dang it! Now Red Rocks, that's the place where Sugar Nuts got married. I'm gonna wipe that memory out of my head. I'm gonna I'm gonna have sex with the next rock star coming to Red Rocks. Yeah, thank you. I did a little research, looked online. Mormon Tabernacle Choir. So, it's a very special Easter sunrise service that year. Worked out fine. He got divorced again, so Sugar Nuts is available. I saw some of the hands. If you're looking for a man, let me know. After each divorce, he treats himself to a huge TV. My daughter told me how to say this. A 3D 4K HD Elemental P 72-inch TV. It's huge, yes. And an Xbox, like he's watching, PBS with that kind of hookup. But that's his favorite thing. He's got that. And a couple of years ago, when the younger one had just graduated from high school, she was bringing a couple guys and a couple girls over to hang out at his house, and he wasn't there. And my older daughter said, "You realize they're going over there for Netflix and chill?" And I'm like, huh. Okay, well, they're just going over to watch Netflix, honey. And she goes, "Mom, Netflix and chill, it's a euphemism for sex." And I was like, I know. You can tell who knows and who doesn't, because you saw some people going, "Oh my gosh," when I first said it. And now the rest of us are like, "Oh my gosh." But yes, it's a euphemism for sex. And my older daughter told me. I was like telling my daughter, I'm like, "Oh my gosh, hold on. When did you find out what euphemism means?" I couldn't spell it good enough to have Google find out what the meaning is, and she's just using it in casual conversation with me. It's a euphemism for sex, Mom. Come on. I tried to do my best, though. Are you guys doing okay about the Netflix and chill? We should have like a little part of the show where we all say, "Hey, my daughter said this. What does it actually mean?" Right? I am out of the loop, though, on all of that. So it'll be a little group discussion I can moderate for that. But yeah, he got all of that. I tried to do well by the kids. We had the sex talk, and I learned so much, you guys. Again, it's really different out there. Now, when I was in school, when I was in junior high, it was Mrs. Oljanowski in front of the science lab with a vagina that looked like it belonged to Mrs. Potato Head, But they had someone come and give him the lowdown on the birds and the bees, and I have to say, I totally agree with it. He goes, "Here's the deal, guys are like microwaves. They're gonna heat up in about 30 seconds. Girls are like crock pots. It's gonna take them all day to get hot. And if you accidentally unplug it, you're gonna have to start all over again." That is useful information. Sugar Nuts and I could have used that talk, but that's all right. So basically, when my younger daughter went over to Sugar Nuts' house, and those boys saw that Xbox and that huge TV, let's just say the microwaves were cold, the crock pots were boiling over. It worked great. It worked great. Better than a shotgun. That's set up. This is a weird random side note, but I really do get along well with him, and I asked him the other day, because he's played Xbox. There's like the 10,000 hours, and kids, you'd think naturally would be good at video games, but this is a 53-year-old man who has 30 years experience playing Halo, and I'm like, "Are you good?" And he's like, "I'm in the top 3%. I knew that wouldn't get anything, but it's a weird random fact about Sugar Nuts that will come in use sometime. I'm sure it will at some point. He's a good dad. He's a good dad. We got those kids. Right? I feel for some of you younger moms trying to take care of everything and stuff like that. Like I was a Girl Scout cookie mom, and one of the other comics got arrested around that same time. So I went to go visit him at the jail, and I brought some cookies, you guys, and I sold a ton of cookies. I can feel you're getting a little judgmental, but we got a lot of girls out in front of King Soopers. Let's hit Adams County. Diversify. Everybody loves a Thin Mint. They could only pay with cigarettes. But I sold those to the Girl Scouts. And I got a badge. There's a little black lung on it. So it's going good. It's going fine. Halloween was my favorite holiday when they were young. Gosh, getting the little costumes for them and taking them trick-or-treating. And I like eating their candy, pretty much. I wish I was a little bit better than that. But the statistical math girl, she started keeping an Excel spreadsheet of her inventory. She was smart. She's like, Mommy, last night I had 7 little Snickers. And this morning I only have 3. You ate 4. I was like, sweetie, I had about 49 little Snickers. First, I had all your 7, and then I had to go buy another bag. And I got the number off. While we're talking about it too, when is this a fun size in anything? I wasn't sure. Not even 49 times is that candy bar gonna work, so. There comes that time when they're really little, you know, and then they start to get a little bit bigger, like we'd get ready to go out and I'd walk around naked, and then I thought, you know what, I better start showing some modesty. And like the phone rang at the time, I'd have a phone out there, and so I know it's weird to not have a cell phone right on you, but back in the old days, I would get on my horse and go to the phone, and I would answer the phone. And so I thought I should throw a robe on, you know, and she goes, Mommy, why'd you put a robe on? I said, well, sweetie, I don't want the neighbors to see me naked, because I'm picturing a George Clooney, like, cable man guy, just kind of overcome with passion at the sight of my naked, glistening body when she goes, yeah, because that'll really make them laugh. Come on. Nobody thought Mommy's body was funny before you came along. I could get any man on a Saturday night at 2 a.m. Okay? One more time. Tonight, yeah, so that was good. I traveled all over. I tried, and by that I mean Wyoming. When they were little. Wyoming. I did a show in Gillette. I like to do a little research before a show, and that was voted the best place to raise kids in Wyoming. Did you know that? I had no clue. So I left them there, and one's in statistical math. It worked out great. They were doing great. I want to try. This isn't going to work, but I'm going to do it anyway. You guys got to be fearless. I watched the show Minds Explained on Netflix. Got a lot of Netflix jokes. Anybody seen that? They talk about different things. Yeah, isn't it interesting? There's like 6 episodes, and they go into memory, mental health, I think is the one that we were watching. And Maria Bamford is an amazing comedian who opened up about her OCD. And she has this recurring thought, which is horrible, of chopping up her parents and putting them in a Caesar salad. I know. I was watching it with my daughter, and I said, "Sweetie, maybe you shouldn't watch this part of the show." She goes, "Mom, I would not put you in a Caesar salad. I would put you in a Cobb salad. No one would know that way." So. All right, that worked good. You guys are sick. I thought that'd be a little too edgy, but no, you were right on board with it. Yes, it was good. It was good. I'm gonna get out there, and I've got this free time. It's weird having free time, and even though I've had it a little while, because your material goes off to college, and you're like, yay, I can do comedy. What do I talk about now? So I think I'm gonna get out there and start dating again. Yes, it is kind of scary a little bit, but I'm gonna do it. I've tried it before. I went on Match.com, and if you say you're a stand-up comic, that freaks guys out. It is all in the wording. So I just generalized it and said I was in the entertainment business, and I know. They loved it. I was doing 3 lap dances at Starbucks every night. It was great. But gonna get back out there. But there's like stranger danger for kids, but there's stranger danger for women too, right, ladies? Have to be careful out there. Keep your drink with you. Don't leave it unattended. Meet in a public place. But I get easily sidetracked. I'll be like, 2 puppies? Oh my gosh. No bad man would have 2 puppies. Yes, I'll get in the van. This is gonna be fun. You have to be careful. Sugar Nut said I had ADD, and that was the reason for our divorce, and that's not why we got a divorce, but he is spot on about the ADD, and this is why. About 75% of the time, when I'm shaving my legs, I forget to shave both legs. Anybody else? Sir, are you in with me? No? All right. I'll be shaving one leg, and then I'll go, you know what? If I put conditioner in my hair right now, it's going to be so soft and silky. This will look great. And then I'll loaf on my back, and then I'll forget to go back to the other leg. And that smells crazy, like cray-cray. You can't explain it away. Not even in the back of the van. They're scared. I'm like, feel this leg. It's nice and smooth. Oh, don't touch this one. You're gonna cut yourself. This one's nice. I was so vulnerable right after the divorce that I slept with a greeter at the Walmart. You have to be careful. I thought we had a really special connection, and then I found out he was giving cards to everybody. So, again, be careful out there. I know. I have to get a mammogram, and that's not fun. It kind of freaks me out. I'm realizing how different fears are coming out as I get older. I used to never be afraid to go to the doctor and stuff, and I don't know if you noticed, but I am well endowed. I did because I prayed to God when I was young. I wanted big boobs, and be careful what you wish for. I wish I would have been a little more specific, quite frankly. I wish I would have said Jennifer Aniston, Friends Season 3, Episode 20, you know? Perky is what I was, because he delivered. Thank you, God. But I read an article in Cosmo magazine about full-figured women years ago. And if you could put a quarter underneath your bare boob and it doesn't fall to the floor, the quarter, not your boob, if you know what I'm saying, there. I'm not going to do a demo, so. Then you're considered a full-figured woman, and I am a full-figured woman, because I was at the laundromat the other day, yes, and I did a little test with the quarters. See if you can beat this. $2.25. Thank you. The left side is bigger than the right, in case you're wondering why it's an odd number of quarters. It's very common. So I have to get a mammogram now. And I was so nervous, and the technician could not have been kinder. She's like, sweetie, are you gonna be okay? And I was freaking out, and I wanted crepes too, because it gets thin, you guys, is all I'm saying. And the only reason that I didn't faint is because I know she wouldn't be able to hit the button, and I would be hanging there just about 20 seconds. These are my inner fears. They did find something, which is common. It turns out it was okay. It was just 75 cents. So. It's okay. Live another day. 'Cause I'm in my 50s. I'm excited. 2 years away from Kohl's senior discount on Tuesday. Who says there's not things to look forward to? I've got that. I don't need a fake ID for my ARP magazine subscription anymore. Young people, a magazine, it's like Pinterest on paper. Get it once a month, you'd have to wait. Everyone else, Pinterest, it's like a magazine. It's on your phone. So I am over 50 and single. I did buy a cat because it's the law. And she goes with the other 8 cats that I have too. But I'm really a dog person, right? Dogs, yes? Do we have our dog lovers out there? No? Do you not like dogs?
No, cats.
Cats. Cat people, yes. Good, good. Do you have more than 8? Okay. You too, yes. The dog, I like walking the dog late at night. It just helps me relax and things like that. I was walking the dog, it was about a year ago, and we were looking at the Christmas tree lights. I love doing that. And we go by this one house, and there's just a couple strands on some bushes, and then the rest of the lights are just on the grass, laid on. I'm like, wow, who did that? Maybe it's an old person and they can't reach the roof anymore, or maybe it's a millennial that's like, I want a participation badge. That's all I'm gonna do. Please don't beat me up after the show if you're a millennial. I raised 2. It's my fault. I feel like it's my fault. Another time I was walking the dog, we go along the backyard fences. Something flew over the fence, hit my dog, slid to the ground. It was a lit cigarette. I know, I couldn't believe it. This woman was in her backyard, and she flicks it over the fence. And I looked at the sidewalk, and there's a ton of them on the sidewalk. And so that's how she did it. She didn't want to put it in her ashtray or anything like that. So I should have confronted her, but I'm passive aggressive. It's not how I'm wired. So instead, I went to a couple bars. I picked up all the cigarette butts outside the bars. I went to her sidewalk. I picked up all of her cigarette butts. And I burned her house down. So she's not going to be doing that anymore. Another one of my favorite holidays, well, kind of. It's weird. Thanksgiving. It's coming up, you guys. Is it, holy crap, next week? Is it? Yeah. So I'm going to be 2 weeks. I'm going to be on a cruise ship. It's better for everyone if I'm not having to cook anything. Because one year they said, why don't you bring the mashed potatoes and stuffing? And then the next year they go, okay, just do the green bean casserole. And then this last year they said, why don't you just buy a pie? Those people at the homeless shelter are really mean sometimes. And I am not bringing coats next year. That's how they're treating me. My oldest daughter has a boyfriend now, and I met him. He's a wonderful young man, and they go to he's from Oregon too, and so is his family. So they go to his family night on Sundays, which is a wonderful tradition. And the mom makes spaghetti and meatballs. Makes spaghetti. From flour, eggs, chocolate. I don't know what's in spaghetti, but she makes the sauce too from scratch. I'm like, I am screwed when it comes to holidays if they get together. I'm telling boob jokes, you guys. She's got spaghetti. I'm not sure how that's gonna go down. Oh, she'll be fine. That'll be fun. And I need reading glasses for the first time too. That hurts my ego, right? So I went to Walmart. I got reading glasses, a big box of tampons, and an enema, because so embarrassing if people knew I needed reading glasses. I don't want people thinking that. I don't want them judging me. I think it was a big box of tampons. It could have been Cheez-Its. I don't know. I couldn't read the box, for being completely honest. And it doesn't really count when you go to a liquor store and they say, "Can I see your ID, ma'am?" Listen, we go through this twice a week, every week. Stop it. Even though I am at this age, I still feel pretty blessed. In addition to my dad, my mom's mom is still, 30-second rule, 5-second rule, it's fine. Just keep drinking. And here's the deal. Like 20 years ago when my dad's mom was alive, they played big band music in the hallways. And now I go visit my mom's mom, and it's the Beatles and the Beach Boys in the nursing homes, which we know it's gonna come to that. But I'm like, oh my gosh, I am about 20 years away from slurping pudding to Hungry Like the Wolf. One of you is going to be in ICU listening to Living on a Prayer. Someone's going to be in the Alzheimer's ward hearing, "Don't you forget about me." All the millennials will hear Britney Spears' "Oops, I Did It Again," and it won't be good, yes. You guys, thank you so much. You were so much fun. Thanks for coming out.